Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War. It's on Blitz. Why? Guess who it is? BISU and SOULKEY. You knew that. Because probably you read the title. Top right, it is BISU. Bottom right, it is SOULKEY. One heck of a PVZ sent to me by RJB. Alright, man. So, a PVZ here of epic proportions. Can BISU, the best Protoss player of all time, take down SOULKEY, the current BONJWA? Now, we've had a discussion in the Discord server about the definition of BONJWA. One of my members said that the Korean StarCraft community says, in order to be a BONJWA, you have to adjust the meta. You have to change the game in some way, as well as winning several premier tournaments in a short span of time. So SOULKEY is winning several premier tournaments in a short span of time, but the argument is that SOULKEY is not adjusting the meta in any way. BISU popularized Corsairs in PvZ, right? We have I Love OOV back in the day, teaching players that it's okay to expand and still be aggressive. Back in like 2001 or 2002, a very long time ago here. We have an Overpool opening here from our guy on a 2-player map, SOULKEY. So how would you say that SOULKEY has revolutionized how players play Brood War? Because again, the Korean community seems to think he hasn't done so. And I don't know. I don't know if I agree with them or disagree with them, man. SOULKEY just puts together just excellent elite early rushes and excellent elite early game and mid game. And that's why he wins, man. There is no weakness to his game. And is that revolutionary? I guess we had Flash, or still have Flash, as he takes his first Nexus, first hatchery in the bottom left here. Let me know in the comments what you think, and we can have a discussion about this. Anyway, what is this going to be? One heck of a PVZ sent to me by RJB. Of course it is. So gate opening leaves you very flexible to what you need to do here against a Zerg opponent, and if it's SOULKEY, by golly, you better be ready for it. This is an 2024 replay, so it is later 2024, so not quite a year old yet. But basically, from the time that SOULKEY is winning ASLs and he wins the SSL, which is now rebranded to an ASL, you know how that works. And so if he knows this is SOULKEY, he's very worried about him as the third hatch comes in. Overlord saw the expansion and said, yeah, you know what? We can get a third hatch. No big deal. Zealot shows up. Good luck, you know, good luck getting too much value here with this Zealot against SOULKEY. His Ling micro is excellent and unimpeachable. He's not going to lose Lings here for no reason. He's not going to let you kill every single Zergling and then beeline into your main base and start killing drones. He's too good. He's too good for that. He's a monster. And again, being a monster is not enough for the Korean StarCraft community. Forge on the way, because it's an overpool. If this was a hatch first, he would not bother with the Forge quite yet. But he's going to wall off with the Forge, get a cannon up, because he doesn't know how many Lings SOULKEY is making, which again is another problem with SOULKEY. Well, playing against SOULKEY, sees these Lings. These Lings are chasing this probe around, so he knows there's more than like 3 or 4 Lings out here. Oh, do not let him in. Do not let him in. Totally let him in. Oh, decided not to go all the way, though. Okay, pulled the Zealots back. Still not making a cannon, so he has decided this is not a Ling Flood. He has made the abject decision, not a Ling Flood. Otherwise, he would have made a cannon by now. He would have started it. The Overlord sees that and says, well, I'm just starting Metabolic Boost. I went for the Lair first. Slow Lings are probably not beating BISU in the first 5 minutes of the game. Not when he's got this many Zealots out. Not when it's BISU. SOULKEY respects BISU for sure. Cybercore up. Now, what's the play, folks? What you gonna build next? What you gonna build next here, guys? Oh my gosh, it's a Stargate. 2 hands on both sides of my face and my mouth wide open. What? It's like Kevin McAllister in Home Alone putting aftershave on at 10 years old. So there's your cannon. More of a cannon to deal with Hydralisks with how far back it is. Let's see if he starts his +1 attack here soon. +1 air weapons. So +1 air first before we go into the +1 attack. Spire. coming in. Not a Hydralisk den. So, yeah. Corsair production with an attack upgrade is going to be wonderful. Been watching ASL 19? I sure hope you have. It's been so excellent. It's been so fun. Some really great PVZs, too. By the time you see this cast, I'm just going to say, there's an action and versus rain game in the round of 16, wherein action lost like 25 drones towards the end of the game to ruin his economy. Because one DT snuck into a base that didn't have any overlords at it, did not have a single sunken at it, and killed so many workers. Then action repopulated the base, and he came back in and killed more. Get sunken. Just a sunken, please. I know it's a drone. I know it's more minerals. I know it's a big investment. But seriously, action would have won that game. Except for that one DT getting all of the work in the entire world done. Absolutely bonkers game. See you later, Corsair. Good job getting your first kill. Getting a second one against SOULKEY is going to prove to be fairly difficult. +1 attack coming in. On that forge, guess what? No Hydra dens. You don't have to worry about it dying. He is getting a C. He's getting a sunken. Scourge. Oh, one of the Corsairs dies immediately. Yeah, controlling both of those Corsairs in close quarters to a Scourge popping up right there. That is such a bad time. That is such a bad time. BISU couldn't quite manage it. He saved the one, couldn't save the other one, but I don't know what Protoss player in the world is probably saving that one. Hey, look, it's a Hydra den over here. See, he's hiding this, yeah? There's no way. There's no way. Yeah, this is going to be 5 Mutalisks. And guess what? It really shuts this whole Zealot thing down. So it's 5 mutas to harass and shut this whole Zealot thing down. And then it's going to be Hydras, and then it's going to be Lurkers, and then it's going to be the death, or try to be the death of this front door by SOULKEY. Yeah, that's right. Take them out, boys. Take them right out. We got a Templar Archives on the way. Might get a Dark Archon in this game. You never know. We could be lucky. Macro hatches, and just the one sunken. Just the one sunken SOULKEY decided to invest into, not going crazy with it. Yep. So it's 5 mutas. Yeah, that is the tell here. If it's only 5 mutalisks, it's harassing mutas. It's not an investment into mutalisks. We have seen a couple games where Zerg players have been very tricky about this, where they've gone for 5 mutalisks, showed the 5 mutas to the Protoss, and then been like, now I'm making 10 more mutas. And the Protoss player's like, what? I kept making Corsairs, and you have 100 Scourge and 200 mutas? Not fair, and they die. Blah. Or it's I made 100 Corsairs and 50 Hydras showed up and you die. That's the more likely option, isn't it? Yeah. So Hydras in production. Upgrades for those guys coming in here too. There is a DT on the way. Dropping a DT into the main base can be very profitable. Because again, as always, Zerg players don't have Overlords or Sunkens in their main base because, well, they don't have to defend it, right? If you put an Overlord in there, you got to build a Spore or have some Hydras sitting here to defend the guy. And if, like, 4 Corsairs come in, the Overlord's going to die anyway, and then the DT unloads, and, whew, congratulations, you had a Spore. Which is, I guess, why... Or he had a Spore. You had an Overlord, which is, I guess, why a Spore, while it's a heavier investment, man, would it keep your drones alive in a situation like that? Boy, would it. Mutas getting a few drones. Cannon placements by BISU are good. Like, come on. It's BISU. I'm not going to stand here and say to you, oh boy, that cannon position really sucks. Because it doesn't. It's covering all these minerals, this whole back area, and it's totally fine. If the mutas had found an angle wherein they could attack the probes without taking any cannon shots, that would be bad. Ooh, look at these guys. Engaging. Scourge down, mutas. Uh-oh. Scourge tried to just bail. Oh, no. That did not go very well for SOULKEY at all. Muta's running for it. They don't have any Scourge support whatsoever. They are going to die if they try to engage. Psystorm on the way. Lurker aspect getting research. So other than the Corsair and Mutalisk play, I haven't seen a lot going on in this game, right? No real concerted attacks. The DT makes himself known. I don't know if that was the right move there, but it did keep the hiders away, so it's the trades, yeah. Fourth base coming in from SOULKEY. BlitzY, very weird map, yeah. For ground attacks, you have this very narrow path. You got to go up, and this third base by BISU. If you want to engage with it with hiders, you kind of have to go this way, or come up this ramp, or go this way, and then back up this way again. There are some options here, but oh my gosh, that is so much Protoss. Absolutely not. SOULKEY's like, nope, let's drone up. Let's get my fourth base saturated. Let's see when SOULKEY wants to get a hive, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, that's right. Trying to pick off that Overlord so the DT can kill every one of these Hydras. I don't think so. This is SOULKEY we're talking about, folks. Third Nexus on the way. What else is happening in ASL 19? I'm happy to see Jaedong make it through to the round of 16. I'm not going to tell you anything else, but he made it through to the round of 16 and looked good versus Terrans, which is really his weakness in ASL 18. Was he just kind of ran up against a couple good Terran players like Rush and Light, who just had some fairly meta timing attacks that Jaedong would just die to, which is not great, not a great way to die. But he's got that tightened up. He's playing aggressive. He's playing defensive. He's macroing at the same time. He's microing at a high level. And it just feels like Jaedong's been working his butt off since last ASL. He felt embarrassed by it, and he's back with a vengeance, which I love to see from him. So excited to see that from him. I mean, any of these old legends, any of them playing well is good for all of us. Oh, just gonna lose the mutas to the Arc. Okay, sure, I guess. I mean, they're here to pick off High Templar, but guess what? None of these High Templar are dead. You didn't make a ton of mutas, so it's not really their job anyway. 5 mutas can't really kill that many High Templar unless you get lucky, or you're incredibly good, and the Protoss player kind of lets you. These hiders are here to kind of protect Corsairs or drops coming into this base or into the main base. It's a weird little place that you can also drop, which is why hiders live there too. Overlord sniped. And we're just getting into late game, man. Fourth base coming in from BISU on the top left. Just moving around, trying to find Overlord, trying to catch Mutalisks as they fly around, trying to catch individual, maybe some Sunkens or some Hydras that are trying to run around to get free kills. Getting free kills is nice. Ventral Sack's on the way here from SOULKEY. He recognizes this map. If this game goes long enough, it's going to come down to this area. And this area is an island. You can only access it through drops. So guess what? Getting Ventral Sacks, might as well do it now. Top of the ramp, we have Sunkens, we have Lurkers. Nothing you ever really want to see when you're a Protoss player is trying to engage up a ramp into that situation. Lings running in, Queen's Nest on the way. So guess what? These are not Adrenalings. I don't think they would have won against like 6 Zealots and an Archon anyway. Oh no. There we go. Hive timing as soon as that Queen's Nest finishes. And, oh, look who's dropping in here. You do have to mine these little mineral fields out because Terrans otherwise would just land command centers in this situation, and it would be an incredible advantage for them. But nope. You got to get drops first, and he did. And he's double expanding to these bases. This is so cool. What a sweet move from SOULKEY. We've got Reavers on the way. Yeah, that's something that ASL 19 Protoss have not been doing very much in this matchup, is make Reavers. It's not that Protoss have been losing all their games either. They're winning even without them, but man, it just kind of seems like the natural late PvZ thing to do is get Reavers. You already have Storm and everything else. Yeah, and I mean, this is the time, right? BISU says, this is it. This is where there is no Darkstorm, there is no Plague, these are not Adrenalings. It's never going to be this easy again. And guess what? It's so hard right now. It is too hard right now. It sucks. Shuttle speed's on the way. 100% doing Reaver stuff. Hive finishes at 1455. When do we get Adrenal? Immediately. Holy crap, immediately. Before he even goes for a Defiler Mound. No, he goes double Defiler Mound. Hold on a second. Okay, Zerg players, be inspired by this. Double Expand. Double Defiler Mound. Adrenal coming in. He wants both upgrades. He wants Plague and Consume happening at the same time. I haven't seen a Zerg player do this in a while. This is very cool stuff out of SOULKEY, but you clicked on this replay because it was SOULKEY probably, and you're like, I want to see what cool stuff SOULKEY does. That's it. These are the things. We are looking at them right now. I'm trying to remember if I've ever seen in one of my own casts this happening. So yeah, he goes Consume, he goes Plague. Look at that production tab. Look how beautiful that is. Adrenal, upgrades for attack and armor, triple Evo upgrades. Okay, so Adrenal, triple Evo upgrades, Consume and Plague. And a Nidus on the way too. This is just lining up so beautifully for SOULKEY. Well, he's probably the favorite here, obviously. But BISU's maxed out. BISU's got Reaver Tech. BISU's got 2-2 upgrades on his Protossy ground stuff. He's doing great. He's expanding over here to the 9 o'clock. He's double expanding himself. 2 can play at that game, says BISU. But these little narrow chokes are so hard to engage with. If you try to drop in here, these Hydras are just like, bring it on. Oh, this is good. This is one heck of a good game. And I love that this whole center area has 2 extractors to work with, but 3 bases. Taking this base sucks because you can drop High Templar up here and Storm for all time. Or put Lurkers up here. Doesn't matter who you are. This drops manages to get all the way deep into the main base. Speed shuttles, man. They are fast. He unloads into the main base here of SOULKEY, but the early warning system allows him to bring some Hydras and some Lings in too. He's still got more stuff to threaten with. Yeah, I mean, this is not going to do a lot. There was a DT at some point. I don't know where he is. He might be dead. And the shuttles, well, 2 of the shuttles survived that setup. And really just Hydras died, which, you know, is a fair trade. I think as long as drones didn't die, SOULKEY's not going to worry too much about it. Metasynaptic nodes on the way. The freaking Scarab damage upgrades coming in too. There's your Plague. And he's like, wait, Plague and Dark Swarm immediately? How? What dark science is this? Says BISU. Double Defiler Mound, eh? So this is really hard for Zerg players to engage with anyway. Archon, Zealot, High Templar, and Dragoon. But great angle. Way to cut off the retreat position here. So BISU has to engage with this, and as a result, everything is dead. Yeah, I mean, these Archons are mean, but there's enough Hydras to handle them. Lurkers getting some spines off here, too. Cracklings on top of your Archon. If they're unsupported, the Archons will die. But if they have a friend or, like, a couple of Zealots, Infinite Lings will die there. It's so crazy how that works. So every base on the map has been taken now, except for this one, which, again, I'm not sure anybody's going to do. This one Zealot was left over up here. Finally realized that he was there, brought him into the main base, died to Hydras immediately because they are 2-1 Hydras and they are mean. So, let's see. 2, 4, 6, 7 bases here on Blitz Y for SOULKEY. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for BISU. And look, taking this base 2. I will be shocked if these minerals get mined out in this game. Because remember that incredible game between SOULKEY and Snow that we had in ASL 18 on Blitz Y? Where, yeah, it got to such a desperate position. Ow, there were some Zealots in there. Such a desperate position that SOULKEY was mining from this. And then Snow was just putting High Templar up here going storm, 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 storm. I want to say like 20 drones probably died here. Maybe more than that. I'd have to go back and watch that game again, but good golly. It was a mess. All right, time to assault some bases, says SOULKEY. Haven't really done that today. We're at 20 minutes. It's probably time I'm maxed out. DT. Nope. What? This Overlord, I guess. Plague. A Plague on a Reaver is maybe the best Plague you can get in this matchup. A Plague on a group of Dragoons is also very good, but a Plague on a Reaver makes it infinitely easier to kill said Reaver. Ah, Defiler dies. The Reaver shenanigans reach. Oh, he tried to bring 2 obs in here. They both got picked off coming into this base. No! The only detection is cannons now, which, okay, to be fair, they do a good job of it. But, dude, those obs tried to come in to help against these lurkers, and they just walked right over the Zerg army. And they are squishy, squishy boys. They don't like that. They don't like getting hit by anything. Oh, my gosh, no. Not another one. Another dead obs. Dude! Burrow the lurkers in. He doesn't have any obs. Ooh, run. It's a lot of Archons. You can blind storm the lurkers. We always say that. It's not a big deal. Hey, look, High Templar up in this high ground. Huh. It's almost like Falcon knows how this map works in PvZ late game. Almost like that. Shield upgrade coming in. Reaver, 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 Reaver. More Reavers in production. Even, I mean, it's an Obs and a Reaver and a couple Archons, and that's it. He is maxed out. This is his army for the moment. Yeah, but DTs and, yeah, no, bad. Okay, SOULKEY, nope. Right then, not working out. Lings, there you go. Lings against cannons and DTs inside the Darkstorm were great. Reavers, though, kind of shut down the whole story. They're good against lurkers and they're good against lings and against, like, everything. How do you kill a Reaver? Guardians? Plague it and try to hit it with lings and hydras until it dies. Ow. See how that works. How did he not plague either one of these Reavers? That's what I would like to know. Man, one of them shields are gone. If it gets plagued too, you can hit that thing with, I don't even know, with a feather, with an eyelash, and it will go down. Okay, big engagement. This is looking pretty good. Out of BISU, charging down Zealot Archon. Not bad. The problem is the Zealots kind of get evaporated by these lurkers, and they're spread out enough. You can't just storm them all down easily. And yes, the Archons do pretty well against lurkers, but when there are 4 of them hitting you at the same time, you will die. SOULKEY just throwing everything he has into this base. Everything he is, everything he owns, everything he's ever been. And BISU's defending it because they have the defender's advantage. High Templar cannons and Reavers together are, with DTs too, you're not getting a cost-efficient bust on this base. SOULKEY's sure trying. Oh, the Reaver died. Oh, both Reavers and the shuttle died. That hurts. That hurts BISU a lot. That's why SOULKEY is SOULKEY, man. That micro right there, just barely able to pull it off. There's a Zealot here. There was a High Templar here, but he's gone now. I imagine he killed some drones. 62 to 55 workers in favor of SOULKEY. He's developing a bank, but so is BISU, and his is bigger, at least for minerals, if not for gas right now. Gas is never a big deal in super late game because you're always going to have a ton of gas if we mine everything else out, because gas is eternal. Assuming you hold on to an extractor or an assimilator, which you probably are for a while. If you get to the, like, 40 or 50 minute mark. Trying to attack up a ramp into a Protoss. That has Archons and High Templar and cannons and Reavers, and nope. No. Yeah, SOULKEY's trying here, but I kind of love what BISU's doing. He's just defending extremely well. He's, you know, he's out there. He's attacking stuff. SOULKEY's decided he can't sit back and defend. He's going for it, even if this doesn't work out for him at all. Okay, took down a couple cannons. Another one's going to die here, too. Reaver's going to get shots off into that Dark Swarm. No, I don't think they have. They have Obs. Bring the Obs over. There they are. There they are. And so many blue boys. Whoo-wee. Big engagement here, though. Reaver's getting some serious hits off. Not dying. 1 Obs dies. 2 Obs remain. Overlords are here in case there are DTs, and to give vision for the Obs, too, that you can snipe. This is a really strong attack. A lot of Zerg has died, but I think he's done it. He's overrun it. You got cracklings on top of your Nexus. It's pretty much over at that point. Bam, base down. I would love for there to be a feature in Brood War that I could go back and look at how many Zerg units died assaulting this base. What were the resources of that? How many Protoss units died? And what were their value? And what's the value of all these cannons and the gateway and the nexus? I just want to know if that was a cost-efficient attack, because I don't think it was. Which is why SOULKEY has those right bases, all 3 of those bases on the right side, because he needs them. Because he's going to be cost-efficient in this game, and he's probably going to win it anyway. I don't know. I didn't watch this game in advance. I never do. He's not taking this gas. He's decided this gas is not even worth having. It's only 2,000 anyway. A little bit funny. Oh, storm drop! I mean, they could have just walked in here, but that's pretty nice. Woof! Brutal stuff. And he's like, hey, are those hydras still down this way? No, but there are kind of sunkens everywhere. So let's not unload there with our 2 High Templar. Just pull back. Call it good. Got a couple lurkers trying to take down an entire base with Reavers and Cannons and High Templar. Good luck with that, guys. They're going to let you have a gateway, though. That's kind of nice. Dude, SOULKEY's going to mine out these minerals. BISU's not really making much of an effort to shut this thing down. Oh, don't let them get a High Templar. Okay, High Templar's living, if just barely. Plagues the shuttle. Does he plague the High Templar before he gets in the shuttle? No, did not. Cracklings ho. 3-3 cracklings into this mess. I don't even know what we're trying to do here. That's probably our thumbnail of the game, right? Cannons on fire, Reavers firing into Dark Swarm, storm happening. I mean, that's beautiful. That is Protoss fans everywhere taking comfort and joy in that vision. What is that Christmas song? Tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Some Christmas song. I don't know, man. Been a while. Been a while since I've sung the Christmas songs, especially the religious ones. Hey, 3-3-3 on the Zealots. Okay, Ob's getting sniped out. I don't know. Like, BISU's trying to move out here, but it's so hard. He's just getting whittled down left and right and left and right, and he's killing lurkers and he's killing hydras, but SOULKEY's just remaxing immediately anyway. He's got 4,000 minerals and 3,000 gas, and another big attack into this base. Oh, 3 Reavers, though, and the Psystorm. Feels like they're up to the task here. And they definitely were. Good drop, but the Nexus survives. Could be worse. Well, I mean, SOULKEY losing this base, not a huge loss for him. I don't think he needs it. I think it was more about keeping it away from BISU than that he needed that money. I mean, BISU does have 7,800 minerals and 1,200 gas in the bank, which is actually kind of impressive. Like I said, the cost efficiency of these defenses have been immense. SOULKEY's tried to take that 9 o'clock base several times and has not succeeded yet. And every time he tries, it costs him more and more. Man, this is why I love this matchup. It's the sheer complexity, as Tasteless says, of the compositions for the Protoss and for the Zerg. Right? You have Dragoons and Zealots and High Templar and Archons and Reavers. And then for the Zerg, it's Lings and Hydras and Lurkers and Defilers and Overlords. And it's Obs on the other side, and it's Shuttles, and it's Dropper Lords. And, you know, this is not just, it's Mass Hydralisk Lurker, or it's just Zealot Archon. Like, you need all of the pieces. Both sides need all of these pieces. The bank for BISU is actually massive, and SOULKEY's is under 1,000 minerals right now. I cannot wait to look at the resources lost number in this map and see how many resources were lost today by SOULKEY, because it is a ton. Or how many mined. It's a ton. And then how many units he killed with the resources that he mined. Yeah, BISU's not happy about this. He needs this. The fact that he's so passive about just letting SOULKEY have all of this is concerning me a lot. Another plague. These Reavers previously plagued? Looks like they were. Not a big deal. Hey, free Scourge or free. One-shotting Scourge with an Archon is very satisfying. Plague. Where did that guy come from? Oh my gosh, that's a huge plague. Huge plague. Especially coming up to this battle. These Dragoons would be so much meaner. Yeah, Archon just charging into these Lurkers, no big deal. They're attacking the hatchery there, which you probably don't want to do, guys. Man, this is a total mess. But SOULKEY just had enough on the south side to come up, flank the whole thing, save the hatch. I'm not sure if BISU doesn't attack that hatchery, he wins that battle because holy smoke, SOULKEY with an army out of nowhere with the steel chair off the top rope. I guess at the end of the day, BISU recognizes he could probably try to take these bases, but he'd lose a lot doing it. Whereas SOULKEY, he's trying to take this base 10 times and failed every time and has lost a lot. So maybe that's a smart thing to do. It's just this base being dead for BISU is a disaster. He might... Look at this low ground lurker position. Low ground, high ground lurker position. Sunken. Overlord to get that high ground vision he needs. This is such a beautiful setup. It's so simple, but it is quite unbreakable. I promise you. Hey, these drones are going to die. Hey, still don't have a sunken here, huh? Just the exact same thing happens again? Oh my gosh. 11 drones died there because he didn't bother to put a lurker here or like a sunken here or anything. Hey, he got a storm off. He's killing some drones. Let's go, BISU. Let's go, BISU. 38 workers remain here from SOULKEY. Not a lot, but he's mined out here and here and here and here and here. So I don't know how many drones he needs for the rest of this game. 2 mineral patches on the right side. Every bit of minerals he's taking from this does not go into BISU's coffers, but BISU remains having a bank. The outspend in this game is gonna be SOULKEY favored, but did SOULKEY spend too much trying to take this base down and fail miserably? Like, he's not gonna be able to remax after this engagement either. This is a good one. Where are the defilers? Where are the plagues? SOULKEY, bud. Somewhere out there. Surprised he hasn't Nidused this base yet. I mean, you're probably losing it eventually anyway, but Nidusing it prevents that from happening on some level. Yeah, look at this. They're running into it, but if you're not flanking and you're not plaguing those zealots... Dude, this Archon putting on a show. Man, SOULKEY just... Okay, never mind. SOULKEY's a magician. I don't know why I question him ever. Look at this. Look at this. Just has enough lurkers, and by that I mean every lurker in all of Zerg history. And then the Hydra sniped the Reaver out, and then he just falls back because lurkers and Archons and Dragoons aren't going to fight this many lurkers. And just bad times. Yeah, BISU's in a lot of trouble. He knows that. He recognizes that here at 33 minutes. He's like, well, can we harass this right side again? We sure can try. Ooh. Where are you going? Where are you going, BISU? Ooh, drone transfer through an absolute war zone, and every single drone lives. Plague is tossed down. These drones are just getting caught up in the mess here. 44 drones remaining. SOULKEY sending the Lings in first, leaving the Hydras back. Nice play. Great storm catching them. Great plague on those Zealots, too. On their own out there. Very, very exposed. And he just kind of gets the Zerg player off of the front doorstep of this 9 o'clock base, which, again, it's going to mine out. He's going to mine this thing out, despite every bit of SOULKEY's best efforts to dislodge him from that spot. I don't know about this one. Dude, SOULKEY. Never doubt SOULKEY, I guess, is the lesson here. Another great storm drop, though. Maybe only one drone died there, but great dodge from SOULKEY. Incredible response from him. Killing his own gateway so units can get out, I assume is what that is. Yeah, those links are free. This would be mined out except for all the drones that have died at this base because of the storm drop strategies employed by BISU thus far today. These Corsairs have just been patrolling forever in case an Overlord drop tries to come up this way. Ooh, we did not just run in. Okay, gets the storm off in here. Finally, storm drops this base. 2 kills on that High Templar isn't exactly the greatest thing of all time, but more than that died. Thanks to the other High Templar, thanks to the Zealots. That's a lot of Zealots all of a sudden. But they cannot engage into Lurker Town. They're really good against a lot of things, but this many Lurkers with this many upgrades, they are not good against. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. All the drones here, where are they? Gone. 159 to 157 supply. BISU's 6,000 mineral bank is gone. It's out. SOULKEY's superior income has drained BISU's bank immensely. And I'm just not sure that BISU can pull this off. Because they're both burning through their banks. But guess who can refill theirs faster? It's the guy that's got this whole right side base. Although, we'll check the mining situations here in a second. Oh, that Archon, very slippery. We still have this for BISU, but that's it. This is his base. SOULKEY has this, and he has whatever's going on here, which somehow, these mineral fields, I don't know if they have more minerals or what. Oh, the Corsairs decided to play. We're just going to free up that supply, I guess. Like, seriously, just going to free up that supply. Okay. Overlord, come this way. I know you're going to die, but we need you to actually be... Okay. I don't know if we could have saved you, but actually definitely could have saved you. Yeah, this Corsair, too. These just... Corsairs have lost their value. This guy, though, look at him go. Look at him go. Okay, super dead now. But no, that lasted a lot longer than BISU expected it to, for sure. So yeah, BISU has no money. BISU has access to 144, 148, and like 230 minerals. That's all he has access to right now. SOULKEY technically has access to like 1,000 minerals. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, like 2,000 minerals there. So as far as available money goes, SOULKEY has more. But can BISU be cost efficient enough that it doesn't matter that he has more? I guess we didn't count those minerals either. It's a lot. It is a lot of money compared to a little bit of money. I mean, we didn't even count these minerals. We didn't even count them at all. Yeah, SOULKEY I think is okay. I think. But man, BISU taking SOULKEY to 38 minutes, though. Not complaining about that from a Protoss perspective. Yeah, the control on both sides here is just so good. You need to see how many kills these Reavers have. 17 on that one. And 13 on that one. Replaguing them. These Lings want these Reavers so bad. They get them, and they get them. Ow! Alright, is that it? If those Reavers are dead, BISU's at 66 supply. His money is gone, and that's your GG. Woo! BISU taps out. SOULKEY gets your GG. In 39 minutes and 35 seconds of incredible PvZ. Yeah, this base was everything. The fact that SOULKEY just double expanded over here and BISU did nothing to stop him was confounding. And sure, maybe BISU would have lost a lot trying to kill it. Just like, again, SOULKEY lost a ton trying to kill this base. It didn't matter in the end. He's at 74 minerals, but he has access to 1,000 there, another 1,000 there, 600 there, another 1,000 here, 2,000 here. So, yeah, it's just too many bases, right? Too much. 1, 2, 3, respectively 4 bases. Taking one from BISU's side of the map, and then just not letting him ever have any of this stuff on the right side at all. So that's just SOULKEY, though. He'll wear you down. He'll kick you when you're down. He'll push you down into the mud. He'll take 40 minutes to kill you, but gosh darn it, kill you he will. And he gets the win, man. Amazing. Like, really, really, really amazing showing there by SOULKEY. No real surprise there, but just the fact that BISU was able to hang with him this long is nice. It is encouraging, I think. And if you're a Protoss, you're like, well, what do you do? We had Zealots and Reavers and Archons and High Templar and Dragoons and all this stuff and just couldn't quite pull it off. And that's the nature of the SOULKEY sometimes. Sometimes he just controls properly. Sometimes he snipes out your Reavers when they're alone. Sometimes he knows when to make Lurkers and when to do Dark Swarm and when instead to do Plagues. And you'll notice very few Dark Swarms in this game because of how many Archons and Reavers there were. The Plagues are a much better use of the Defiler energy. We haven't seen a game from SOULKEY recently where he Dark Swarms in a position where there are 10 Archons and then they just swoop into the Dark Swarm and they eat everything. He doesn't really do it. Man. All right, so that's a fantastic showing there from our guy SOULKEY. And go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoyed the game, and let's check out some stats. Whew, 385,000 points here from SOULKEY, 373 from BISU, 1,400 Zerg units produced against 397 Protoss units, 1,100 were killed. Did I say 14,000? Probably. I'm an idiot. 1,400, 1,100 killed. 300 killed on the other side. So these numbers tell you SOULKEY did a better job with that. Structures raised, 17 to 1. One Zerg building died today, and then the outspend is pretty good. Pretty good. About 15,000 resources in 39 minutes. You wouldn't think that's enough. Let me do math real quick. That's 2, that's 10 plus 3. You know, that's right. That's about right. You'd think it wouldn't be enough, but BISU just totally ran out of steam at the end there, and SOULKEY got the job done. So, GG! That's going to be it for me then. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You could also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, Instagram, also at Blue Sky and TikTok. If you're on any of those social places, I'm there as well. And until next time, as always, thanks for being here, and you take care of yourself.